Hi guys, Howard Davies, who's the chairman of the bank NatWest, spoke to Laura Kuenssberg on Sunday about the real impact of Brexit. He was responding to comments made by the Labour leader Keir Starmer, who in a sense tried to dodge the issue that Brexit itself is having a negative impact on the UK economy, but instead blamed the Tory Brexit. Davies explained how the economy is 5% smaller, and that the UK is the only developed nation that suffered a downturn that was, in his own words, brought upon itself. Have a listen.
Howard Davies is somebody who used to be a deputy governor at the Bank of England. You now, I think, are responsible for £25 billion at NatWest. What did you make of what Keir Starmer said about the impact of Brexit on the economy? He was a bit reluctant to sort of point fingers at it being part of the problem, although maybe he got there in the end. What did you think?
Well, I guess his problem is that if he isn't planning to take us back into the single market or the EU, then accepting the economic consequences sounds a little bit negative. But I think the reality is that the economy is smaller. Almost all economists believe that the economy is about 5% smaller, or will be over a period of 5 years or so. And that is a significant handicap. And it is one of the reasons why we are now at the bottom of the growth table in the major industrialized countries. We're the only country which has not recovered GDP to back when it was before COVID. So I think we have to accept that is a significant handicap. It's one we brought on ourselves.
Brian Cox, what was your...
The only solution to a shrinking economy is Labour. And I mean Labour in both senses, a Labour government and workers. If you want to grow the economy, you need staff. Businesses can't access the staff they need. The NHS and social care can't access the staff they need. But for the economy, you need workers, and businesses can't get access to those workers. Now, some good news, in a sense, is that the TCA, the Trade and Cooperation Agreement that Boris Johnson signed, negotiated in 2020 and signed at the end of 2020, is up for review in 2024. Now, it's important that the Labour Party are in charge as soon as possible, either in 2024 or in 2025. So they are in the driving seat. They are the ones negotiating with the EU. Now, of course, any negotiation is going to be give and take. And of course, the EU is in a very strong position when it goes into those negotiations. The UK is in a weaker position. And of course, with the UK economy in such a bad state, it's in a desperate situation. But I think the EU would be open to giving things to the UK government that Boris Johnson and the Brexiteers refused back in 2020. So there could be something positive out of that. Now, when it comes to trade, it's difficult to see what real changes are going to could be made with the TCA that would help the UK economy. Because, as we know, being outside the single market and the customs union is a real problem for the economy, real problem for businesses importing and exporting. So when the TCA is eventually reviewed, and if it's going to be negotiated, yes, there are some possible benefits that could be taken from that. But once again, we have to be very honest about this. Being outside the single market is a huge problem. The UK should be working to eventually rejoining the EU and eventually the single market. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.